Clear-cut yet nondescript, like a glass shard among glass shards, stood the castle amid the mountains. The air up there was so fragile that you could hear it faintly clinking as you breathed. On the highest tower of the castle stood an observatory, its dome and telescope shining like the bald head of a cyclops. There lived a young woman, adored by the castle dwellers for her artistry in star mapping. She was an apprentice to the astronomer, but his back hunched, his eyes had gone milky, and his tired mind longed for nothing more than a good night's rest. Night in and night out she pressed her eyeball to the mighty telescope. By the crackle of dry paper on wood and the whispering of a quill, she banned the stars onto the earth. Under the astronomer's leadership, her curiosity would often get in the way of her obedience to fulfilled tasks. On this last day, he whisked away their quarrels with his wrinkly hand. "It doesn't matter, you will be a good astronomer, as long as you observe the one rule." Then his crooked finger pointed toward the telescope. "Never lower the telescope. The ground is no concern of ours. A rule. Better yet, something forbidden. Oh, what peculiar beauty they have, like a shard of glass before it draws its first drop of blood." Her curiosity commanded her to disobey. As soon as he left the tower, the quill slipped from her fingers and dropped onto the paper, fell silently and silent. She clutched the silver adjusting wheel. The machinery obeyed her fingers' orders. Gears bit into gears, and the cyclops' eye lowered. Her eye met the cool embrace of the ocular. A gasp forced itself through her parted lips. Down below, a river tore through the valley and bit the mountains into halves. It washed around the foot of the castle hill and nibbled at its granite foundation. There were boats thrown about by the waves, crashing into the steep walls of the canyon. On the glass-shard shore of the castle hill, the boats cracked open like eggs, spilling human yolk. Limbs, torsos, heads scrambled, reassembled, looked around. Eyes widened in horror. Where soft hands touched the sharp edges of the rock, blood spilled and tinted the waters red. The cadavers of cracked boats rotting on the shore suggested that this human omelette had been going on for a while. She lifted her head, blinked, drew in the sharp, cold mountain air. It cut her open. She had to tell someone. They needed to help these people. When she whirled around, she stood face to face with the old astronomer. His expression was stone. "There was one rule." His mouth cracked open. "You broke it." With unanticipated strength, his hands grabbed her and shoved her. Past the telescope, through the window, out of the cyclops' eye, she fell, silently and silent. The mirror-like slopes of the mountain threw echoes of light through the valley.